Hello, and welcome to the Loveology podcast, where we talk about love and life with laughter. I'm Ashley.
And I'm Jason.
He's the carefree one.
She's the serious one.
And we're married.
We have been since 2012, and we like to think of ourselves as a couple of loveologists.
Not because we are the experts, but because we just love love.
We enjoy studying and talking about it, so we thought, let's just start a podcast.
A place where we can share what we have learned about love, relationships, and marriage.
You can share what you've learned, and we can all grow together.
So here we are. Are you ready?
Let's get started. Hey, what is going on? It's another excellent episode, another day, another dollar. How you doing, love?
What it is, what it do.
Man, I'm out here hanging out and singing out. Ha, ha, ho. I almost said hanging out and something else. I said singing out. You know what I'm saying?
Trying to figure out what was the other thing you were going to say.
Don't worry about that. Let's move right along.
Well, how are you doing?
I'm feeling great, man. I'm doing good.
Why are you doing so good?
I'm just feeling good. You know, it's just love's in the air. Yeah.
Love is in the air. They say it's cupping season.
No, cuffing season. Cupping? What you gonna hit folks across the head with a mug? Like cuffing. Hey, man.
I am so old.
Got a cup of water.
Cuffing?
Yes, cuffing, like handcuffs.
Okay. So that's when you get booed up with somebody just because it's cold outside?
For sure. You know, a lot of guys don't want to move around while it's cold
I
outside.
think we started dating when it was cold.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you was just, cuffing me up for the winter.
Nah, man. I'm a warrior, so I move around in the cold. you must remember, because I drove from Memphis to Little Rock.
Mm-hmm.
It was cold.
It was.
It was a daredevil task
Mm-hmm.
to try to climb that mountain.
And you did it.
And I did it.
You're awesome.
So I'm a warrior. I'm different. So, it is what it is.
Okay.
What's today's topic, love?
Well, today's topic is about what love is
What love is.
and what love is not.
And what love is not. Let's break it down.
So I'm going to start by reading something. Some of you may recognize it, but I'm going to read it. Love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. It does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Love never fails.
Sounds awesome.
Isn't that beautiful?
That is a beautiful scripture. Which was it? 1 Corinthians?
Well, I know it floats around on Pinterest and Facebook and all of this other stuff. And some people may not know where it comes from. It is the biblical definition of love. 1 Corinthians 13th chapter, 4th verse through the 8th verse.
Shout out to the good old B-I-B-L-E. Because that's the book for me.
Yes. And during my 7 years of marriage, and how long did we date before we got married?
About a year and a half.
A year and a half. 8.5 years of being with you. I would say that this is a very darn good, definition of the characteristics that you need to really love somebody.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
And what not to do. So I thought, let's do this. Let's talk about this, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to split this into a 2-part series. So this week we'll talk about the first few characteristics, and then next week we'll talk about the next.
So make sure you bring your extra pen and paper and take some copious notes.
That's like your favorite word.
Well,
like this month.
This month?
Yeah, copious.
Well, wait till next month. I might have something else for you.
Okay. So let's start with the first one. And I should say that. Well, I'll save that for last. But okay, so we did do a previous episode called "Is Love a Feeling or a Choice?" And we talked about the fact that we thought it was both because you do need a word to describe this feeling of falling in love with somebody. Like
Right.
that is love.
Mm-hmm.
Love can be more than, one thing. Why can't it be?
Mhm.
We talked about the different types of love and all the different words for love in the Greek language, which is where our language comes from too, right?
Yes.
So anyways, so this is, more so talking about that something that you do sort of thing, right? Because these are
Okay.
characteristics, and all of these are like verbs.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So, first one, love is patient.
Love is patient.
Ooh, Jesus. Is that true, Jason?
Love is patient.
Yes.
Yes.
In order to really love someone, you got to be patient.
Mm-hmm. What?
What
yes,
you think?
yes,
What you think
have
I'm
to be
thinking
patient
over
with
here?
me, and yes, I have to be patient with you. But it goes both ways.
So let's give the people some examples of patience.
Okay, go for
You
it.
go first. Can you think of any times that you've had to be patient with me?
Off top.
Well, I have to be patient with Jason every day,
Give me what you got.
every single day.
Is it every day?
Yes. Every day. Because maybe I just have like really high standards and high expectations. So some of it could be my thing because I have high expectations of you.
Mm-hmm.
So when you don't meet that expectation, just because maybe my expectation is too high and unrealistic, then I have to be patient.
Mm.
Or sometimes I just got to be patient. You may do something that you already know maybe you shouldn't do, but you did it, and maybe I don't know, but I still got to be patient with it.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I don't like. Give me an example. Since you asking me for an example, give me an example.
Let me think.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have one off the top of my
It's
head.
like we gotta pause for from our sponsor because she gotta come up with something.
Well, I had to be patient with you today. Well, but, I mean, this is very small, but listen, when you're stressed out, small things can really, blow up, right?
Yeah, they can get a little bit.
So, I just asked Jason to go get a blanket from upstairs.
What?
And I described the blanket to him, and
Said it was brown.
yes,
a little cream
and
on it.
Yeah, but he came back with a golden brown blanket.
Amen.
And I told him where the blanket was, right?
And I looked for it
And
there.
he looked for it, but it wasn't there. But guess
But
why it wasn't there?
No, that golden brown blanket was there.
No.
So I thought that's what it.
No, because I didn't tell you to open up the chest
All
to
I
look
heard was
inside.
chest.
I said look on the chest
I heard chest.
or look at the foot of the bed.
I heard chest, which is at the foot of the bed.
Okay, so.
And the golden brown
But
blanket
guess
was there.
why the blanket wasn't where I said it was going to be?
Hey man,
Because
sometimes those
he
blankets get
had
legs.
moved it and didn't remember that he had moved it. And so now I come upstairs to look for the blanket
She couldn't find it.
because somebody moved it.
I don't know who it was. Maybe it was Casper.
Okay.
Casper.
So very, very, very small examples. No big deal, right? But,
I don't think it was me.
you don't think you moved this thick blanket?
Mm-mm.
Patience. Y'all see what I gotta deal with? You see what so patience is so important.
Yes,
And
patience is important.
this is the thing. If you are serious about being with somebody forever, like sometimes people like life is short, but it's also long, right?
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like you with this person every day and every night. And so like if they having a bad day, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And they snap, you gotta have patience.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like just recognize, oh, they going through something. Had a stressful day at work. Of course this is not an excuse, right? But forever is a long time, right? So sometimes something may happen. You may be going through something, or you may be changing. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
You always change.
Yeah, you're changing every day. So you have to like,
Change with them.
yeah, change with them or learn to accept who they're becoming, see them for who they are today.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And love them. And maybe today you might need a little patience because they didn't feel like washing the dishes today, or they just had a bad day.
Sometimes you forget to wash the dishes.
Sometimes you forget to wash the dishes.
It's like she shoots shots at me.
No, sometimes I forget to wash the dishes. Sometimes I don't feel like washing the dishes. Sometimes I just don't feel like cooking, right? Or sometimes I don't feel like doing something.
Right.
And, maybe it's something that I said I was going to do, but it just didn't happen. Okay, well, have a little grace, have a little patience,
Right.
I snapped today. Have a little patience for me. You know what I mean?
And I did, didn't I?
Did I snap today?
Yeah, you did kind of snap today. Remember you was upset.
I didn't snap, though. I was just off to myself.
Okay.
Trying to get stuff done. But anyways.
But we talked it through. Talked it out.
Yeah, we talked about it.
Communication.
So. Yep. Communication is the other important thing. So, yes, during my time in love, definitely having patience for somebody is a very good way to love them, because otherwise you can if you just have a little patience, maybe something that, could have blown up will not, because you just took a breath and had patience. And
right.
Just, yeah.
Yeah. A lot of times when it's when there's an issue, a misunderstanding, like I said earlier, babe, it's like an imbalance. Something's kind of off.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all about perspective. So your perspective, you see one side of it, and then the person has the other perspective. But once you put those two perspectives together, then you have the whole story, or somewhat called the truth. Someone say it's three sides of a story. It's your side, my side, and the truth.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just both perspectives put together. That's what the whole picture is. And once you guys communicate and work through that, and that takes patience to get to those levels of communication. You know what I'm saying? Because you upset, you your frequency is off. You don't want to, talk about it.
All right.
But you have to be patient to let those levels settle down where y'all can communicate and get each side of the story. And boom, you get the whole truth, and you can understand where they coming from, and she understands where I'm coming from, and shoot, we just really find out it's just a really misunderstanding. We can move on.
Right, exactly. And also, just like on a bigger scale, I think ways for you to be more patient with your partner is to like really know them and really understand them. And there's like a thin line between accepting who your partner is and then like pushing them and helping them be better. Mm-hmm. But I think you definitely have to start with at least accepting who they are, right? Mm-hmm. And if you just really know your partner and just accept who they are, then you are able to be more patient. So I'm trying to think of an example of, just like, we in another episode about we talked about how Jason and I have very different characteristics. So Jason is very chatty, and I am like more so let's just finish whatever it is that we're doing, and then I'm like I'll be cordial and say hello, how was your day, but I'm not like going into no in-depth conversation with the woman at the
grocery store.
The grocery store, right? So I don't feel like standing around waiting for Jason to finish talking.
I'm not gonna talk. We at the grocery store, I get what you saying.
Jason, talk and ask questions.
If we still got groceries and it's still being scanned, then I'm gonna pass the time by. And,
yes. So I am extremely patient because that's just who Jason is. It doesn't
slow down the process.
Sometimes you can slow down the process.
But it doesn't stop the process.
No, it doesn't stop the process. But you definitely can slow down the process when you start talking.
But as you're talking, you're not thinking about it. So it's actually speeding up the process.
No.
So you got to get in the conversation. It's like a time warp.
Oh, my gosh. You know what I'm talking about, Jason. Okay. Yes. If we got like a certain time limit, I am like, okay, let's go in. Let's do it. Let's finish. And Jason gonna talk, specific example, our photo shoot,
We had plenty of time.
We had 30 minutes to go in and take as many pictures as possible. And Jason is like strolling in and like asking the photographer a whole bunch of questions. Like, dude, we got 30 minutes.
And we took plenty of pictures. And I got valuable information at the same time. Win-win. Yeah.
We could have snapped about 5 more pictures in that time that you spent taking pictures. Anyways, the point is that
I had one scene.
I just
how many
know,
pictures you gonna take on the same scene?
I just know who Jason is. I've accepted
Same
him.
outfit.
And it's not even a flaw. It's not a flaw. It's just who he is, right?
Yeah,
and
it's a special power.
Even though that's not something that I particularly would like to do, and I don't like enjoy it, I definitely have patience for it because it is him. And I just accept him.
But when we get that discount at them restaurants and them places, when I talk ourselves a 10, 15% discount, I'm like a walking coupon. It's okay then.
It is. It's always okay because it's you.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, it's not my style. So it will always slightly irritate me. Always. No matter how many times like you do it, it's always going to slightly irritate me. But it's okay.
What's the problem?
Because you wasting time.
You got to get in the time warp. See, that's the problem. You're not in the time warp with me. How many times you've been on a long road trip and it's just no music, nothing going on. But when you get on that phone and talking to somebody, it makes that
Jason
hour or so go by just like that.
No,
so get in that time warp with me.
That's completely different.
And meet people. It's okay to get to know people and make connections
when you're in an environment where when you're supposed to be doing that. But when I'm like I said,
so I have to go to a networking conference just for me to meet people. No, you just call networking.
I'm not saying that.
Loveologist. Listen to me real quick, y'all.
See, I'm irritated right now.
I want y'all to understand.
I'm having patience with Jason right now.
I want y'all to understand your net work is your net worth. So if you want to increase your net worth, you got to increase your network. All right. So how to do that? You got to talk to people. And you might meet somebody at the grocery store. You might meet somebody at the gas station. You never know. So it's okay to say, hey, how you doing? What you doing for a living or something? I don't know.
Okay.
Nice car, bud.
Okay.
It's okay to do that.
All right. Love is kind. The next characteristic. Love is kind.
Oh, okay, love is kind. Okay, let me move forward.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking about some other things.
I know you were.
The hookup on.
But we got to go.
The hookup.
We gotta make it happen.
Okay.
Come on.
Love is kind.
Love is kind. This is self-explanatory, but like I said before, there is, when you are seeing somebody every single day, sometimes this is like the thing that you forget to do is just to be kind. Be kind. And that's amazing how we can forget that.
Right.
But yeah, that's a reminder. So if you want to love somebody, really show them love, be kind.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that's also those little things, right? Those I don't know.
Thank you for fixing my food.
Yeah, for sure.
That goes a long way, fellas.
Yeah, it does.
Or ladies.
Yeah. Yeah, that's putting that gas in the car, for your lady.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Those are little things, but those little things add up. So yeah, be kind. Be kind.
Yep.
What were some examples of you being kind to me today? I don't think it's that many today.
Don't. I can think of like 50 examples.
Give a loveologist one of them.
Well, you were a little frustrated because the kids were like all over the place, and I happily sent you upstairs, I
ran off upstairs.
Yeah, you ran off upstairs, and I happily said, okay, great, go on upstairs and do what you got to do.
A little bit.
No, the first time I sent you upstairs, I was very kind. The second time, not so kind.
No, but I was knocking out a lot of stuff, though.
I understand.
That need to be knocked out.
I understand.
So good job on being kind. Appreciate it.
And normally I tell our daughter, Jason was kind and picked us up some breakfast this morning. And normally I will tell our daughter to say, did you thank your daddy for getting us breakfast today?
Yeah.
I didn't do that this morning, but normally I do that.
Because
Anytime you go.
y'all could have been eating them Cheerios not flavored. You got to put your own honey on the Cheerios.
I accidentally picked up the regular Cheerios.
Man, them Cheerios are trash. You got to put,
Instead of honey,
you got to put honey.
yeah,
I gotta put my own honey on
put a
there.
little drizzle of honey on there. It's honey nut Cheerios.
Got to put my own honey and my own sugar. All these terrible paper mache Cheerios.
It was an accident.
So yeah, I saved them from eating that, and I went and got some good old waffles, bacon and eggs.
Yes, he did.
So yes, be kind. You know, it goes a long way. It's the little things, but those little things go a long way.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Okay. Love does not envy.
That's jealousy, man.
Yeah.
You know, I ain't know. Well, I guess I did, but I just don't understand it. And it is what it is. That's who you are. If you jealous of your spouse or your boyfriend or your girlfriend, hey man, y'all on the same team, so it's okay. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If your girl's scoring 30 points a game, let us go, man. You know, get the assist. Both of y'all still winning.
Right.
You know, so I don't get that. You know, I don't know. I don't know what to say about that, love. I've never felt that in me to be envious of my woman. And I want you to be the breadwinner. Make you about $300,000 a year if you want to. Go ahead, girl. Shoot.
Well, I was never resentful. I don't think I was full-fledged resentful of Jason, but I definitely was a little irritated while I was pregnant because, and I think a lot of pregnant women or women who've had children can definitely relate. When we were talking to our couple, one of the recent episodes that had been married for 29 years, Wendy was the woman's name, and she was talking about how her husband was still going out and stuff. So basically, you know, like while she was pregnant. And
right.
your man life does not change as nearly as much as a woman life change while we're pregnant, especially because you just simply are not carrying the child, and I am. So there's like a lot of restrictions and just a lot of things that we got to think about that you just don't have to think about. And I can, you know, see how somebody can easily get resentful.
But in turn, y'all do get a full-time butler.
Some people do.
That's true.
Some women do not.
Some people, that's true.
And you definitely wasn't a full-time butler. So
part-time.
Yeah. I was below part-time, 15 hours a week.
Hold it off. Get the odd job. I'm an odd job butler.
You was a contractor. You was a, yeah.
Come at 12, leave at 1.
Right.
I get it. I'd be out at all times of night getting you food, though.
Yeah, you did.
Crazy foods, too.
So, yeah, like I said, I'm
going on a scavenger hunt. Pickle and some licorice.
No, I did not.
Where am I find some licorice from?
I never asked you for anything strange like that.
You did ask me for some pickle something.
Because I don't even like licorice, so I know you fibbing.
I'm messing with the licorice, but the pickle stuff, it was like some special pickle something.
Okay. I asked for some catfish one time, and you had to find that. Some soul food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it's more than that. Special chips. I went flaming hot Cheetos.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, but sometimes like this can be like really bad. I was looking at Ashanti's old video, "Rain on Me," and y'all remember that song? You know that video?
No, hit the.
I'm not. You want to sing it?
No, shoot. Ashanti couldn't even sing it. I'm sorry. I was supposed to say that.
I thought she sounded very good.
Nah, she was here. That's my girl. I'm just messing with you.
Exactly. That's your little crush. That's your celebrity boo.
I'm messing with you, Ashanti. You can sing to me, girl. Rain on me.
Yeah, she can definitely sing better than you. So, yeah. So anyways, in that video, you know, he was pretty abusive. Well, he was abusive in the video.
Is it terrible? I just found out about the whole plot of the video.
I don't know what
couple of days
Jason
ago.
was like in La La Land or something. He wasn't really paying attention. He just bobbing his head to the music and not paying attention to the words and not paying attention.
Here's the crazy part. Like I like the beat and I'm
Mm-hmm.
vibing to the beat, but I'm singing the words verbatim.
But
singing
you're not
the
letting
words,
it
but I'm
sink
not
in.
even paying attention to what it's saying. I'm
Mhm.
just I know the words. I'm just not even paying attention. So
Yeah.
it's like after you see the video and you really just pay attention, it's like, oh my God,
Yeah.
that's terrible.
Yeah. Well, he was an insecure man, and she's a celebrity in the video,
Right.
and like there's this scene where and she's the crazy thing is like she's totally with him. You know what I mean? Like she's
Mhm.
down for him. And he's just insecure, but all the lights are flashing and whatever at her on the red carpet, and he just kind of like let go of her hand and give her this look like, yeah, you gonna get it when you get home. And she didn't do nothing but be, famous and be doing her thing, right?
Right.
And and he was just like abusive because he was insecure, I guess. So that's like an extreme case of jealousy, but he was just jealous. He was envious of her and all of her success.
Guess she was just too fine for him. That's when she was out of his league.
Yeah.
That's when you know it.
Yep. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I guess that does happen a lot. Sometimes people don't feel good.
I'm scared somebody gonna take you.
Yeah.
Man, ain't nobody gonna take you from me. Shoot, I'm right where I'm supposed to be. I'm in my league.
Yep. Yep. That's
Matter
right.
of fact, I might be out of Ashley league a little bit.
Oh. We just not even gonna entertain that with a response or dignify that with a response.
Oh Jesus.
So, anyways, but I'm trying to think of like other examples of when people are envious and trying to be sympathetic or empathetic to like try to understand their position. I guess maybe if two people are like in the same career field and one person is having more success, even though they're your spouse, it's just like, well, why isn't it happening for me? You know what I mean?
Right.
Why is it happening for him or her and it's not happening for me? Like, what if you, like was doing something for a long time and I just swooped in and I was like way better at it than you?
I mean, as long as it happened,
Yeah.
it's for us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Okay.
I'm happy
Well,
because your money is my money. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Yeah, but everybody don't have that mentality. But anyways, so I mean, you have basically the right mentality for it not to turn into an envious thing. What's good for one is good for us,
Mm-hmm.
and understanding that. That's just simple. Like, hey, like you said, if I'm making more money than you, it's good for both of us.
Right.
It's all good. Like,
And I know this is a relationship, podcast or whatever, but relationships not just man and woman, husband and wife, boyfriend and girlfriend, but
mhm.
I also want to kind of pivot and say, hey, relationship with your friends. You know what I'm saying? So if you sitting up here jealous of your friends, you don't really love them. You know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't say that, Jason.
You need to really figure out. You need to really work on that. Cause you shouldn't be jealous of your friend.
Well, see, this is what I was gonna say, but I said I was gonna save it till later. But the thing is that you basically in the Christian faith we describe God as love. God is love, so He is the only one that can be love all the time, perfect love all the time.
Yeah,
We're human, so we can't be perfect love all the time. So can jealousy creep in? Yes, but it's up to you to ring that back on in. You know what I'm saying? Like to recognize
I
it.
just don't struggle in that category.
Right.
So I shouldn't judge the haters that do struggle.
Well, because love is something that you do. It's something that you practice, right? So if you realize that you're being envious, you need to check yourself and say, this is not love. I'm not being very loving right now, right? Like I'm not being in that. No, none of us, like I said, can be in that perfect love.
Right.
And we need to, but we still need to be striving for it, but we can't really reach it because we're human.
I feel you. I can rock with that.
Okay.
Good. Man, shout out to Ashley Harris holding it down. But stop hating on your friends, man. Dang.
I agree. I agree.
Dog.
Everybody got their flaws.
Yeah.
You just have to recognize it and say, you know what? I got to be a better friend.
Yes, and stop hating on your spouse and your boyfriend and girlfriend.
I got to be a better partner.
Stop. What you hating on them for?
Yes.
That's you.
It's not loving.
That's your left hand. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
It's not loving. Recognize it is not something that love is.
Right.
Right? And you want to be loving. Okay. It does not boast.
That's deep.
You tell me what you thinking, because I'm kind of, I don't know about, like, I don't understand this really. Like,
Well,
yeah.
because let's say you come up on $1 million, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm just thinking about just love in general.
Mm-hmm.
You come up on $1 million, or let's go a little bit bigger. Let's just say 100 million,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so you buying all these nice cars and stuff, and you're bragging to people around you.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like, that's not emitting love.
Mm-hmm.
That's you're almost kind of like you're arrogant.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's not a feeling of love.
Why do you say
Arrogance.
that? Because of the way that it may make other people feel?
Yeah. And how you think you are compared to them. Because
Mhm.
if you're bragging or boasting, you feel like you higher
Mm-hmm.
than them. So it's like, ha ha, look what I got.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I don't, because you wouldn't brag to Bill Gates.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? You come up on $100 million, you're not gonna brag to Bill Gates. Bill Gates is
Why
like,
not?
because it's like, well, that's nothing. Bill Gates is the richest man in the world.
Mm-hmm.
That's nothing to him. So you already know that's not your bragging is not gonna affect him. But mentally, if you feel like you're above somebody else and you bragging to them, then now you feel like you're on a higher higher level, and they are kind of beneath you a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that rolls onto your relationship. If I'm bragging or being boastful, have the spirit of boastfulness
Mm-hmm.
to my spouse, I feel like I'm on a higher level
Yeah.
than my spouse is.
I dig it.
Yeah.
I like it. I'm gonna roll with it.
So because you want to be on the same level. It's like
Mhm.
the yin and the yang. It's on the it's you balance each other out. So you're on the same. You should be on the same page.
I agree. Awesome. Thank you for explaining that.
Oh man, let me give me one.
Oh wow. Is he boasting right now? No? Okay, so let's move on to the next one.
You're not gonna touch nothing on that one.
No. I think you covered it. You got it.
See, look, that's where my chattiness came in handy that time. Just use me like a little secret weapon. I told you it's a secret weapon.
Yes, it is. Love is not proud.
Love is not proud.
Mm-hmm. Man, pride is it's a rough thing sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it definitely is.
Yeah. So the first thing that comes to mind when I think of proud is that, like, a person who cannot even say that they're sorry, even though they know that they're wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we just got finished talking about questions that you should ask a person when you're dating. Can you say you're sorry, or do you say you're sorry? Is something that you need to ask and something you need to be watching for.
But that's an easy lie. They can
Well,
lie out
okay,
of that.
well,
You got to pay attention to what they do.
definitely. Because, I mean, hey, like I said, forever is a long time. You're supposed to be married to a person until you die. Like, listen, I need to know that you can humble yourself and say that you're sorry when you are wrong.
If you can't say you're sorry when you're wrong, that's almost like consider a strike. That's like one strike against you. It's a
You're
big
out of
strike.
there in my mind.
You think so? Wow.
If we're dating and I like catch wind that you can't say you're sorry,
Yeah, that's a big.
Listen.
That's a big strike.
it's like super
I should say
important.
you out of there. Hey, you're not gonna help the person.
No. No.
Yeah.
How old are we? You haven't
Ruthless.
learned how to say you're sorry yet?
Yeah.
You a narcissist or something.
Holy. Oh wow.
If you like, that is so serious. Like,
Yeah.
cause what am I supposed to do with you?
Right.
You know what I mean? Cause so you're just perfect. You're never gonna do anything.
Right.
Mm-mm.
What do you think the opposite of being prideful? What do you think the opposite of that?
I guess being too humble, or just being
Being
too being a yes man or yes woman, or kind of being like a
Well, I like humble, right?
mhm,
I always say that humble is like your best friend. Being humble is your best friend. You want to be humble, and humble is like a dog. Think of humble as a dog. It's always around you, and it's there for you. You know, so it's there for
Mhm.
your protection. If
Mhm.
you think about it, because when you humble yourself, it allows you to get other opportunities. It allows you to get further in life. It may allow you to progress in a relationship, whether it's a work relationship or a one-on-one relationship.
Mhm.
So being humble is very key. But the problem is sometimes we try to leave humble behind.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Leave humble on the side of the road and ride off. You know how you had the dogs in the country to get rid of them? You take them out the country and ride off.
Oh wow!
Yeah, that's what they do.
I lived in the country, so
That's probably why y'all had a lot of dogs. People's dropping off their dogs out there and ride off.
maybe, and we was just like, oh, let's take them in, let's feed them.
That's exactly.
That was us.
But when you don't have your dog humble around you, now you're vulnerable. Now you're vulnerable for mistakes and attacks by the enemy because you're not being humble. You're being prideful. You're being boastful and all that good stuff, right? And your dog humble is just there to protect you the whole time.
Yeah.
So keep your dog around you. They're here to help you. It's your best friend, humble. When you leave them, it's trouble that's coming for you.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I like it.
It's all right.
It's okay.
Yeah.
What else can you think of as far as what is pride? Because all these things that we're talking about, like they really do, help contribute to a good relationship.
Oh yeah.
So, I really believe this. Like this is the facts, right? These characteristics are the truth.
Right.
And, yes, how can you love somebody and just like not be able to apologize to them when you've wronged them?
Right.
And then pride also causes us not to listen.
Mm-hmm.
What else does pride cause us to do?
It causes you not to do things like maybe not try new things to help get better.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because you think you got it going on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You don't want to admit that maybe I don't have it all together.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So pride is it's like venom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's not what love is.
No.
Love is not proud.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Ain't too proud to beg.
What was that? Like the country version of
To my TLC.
Huh?
When I call my own. Hey.
What
You
are
don't
you
remember that
singing?
song?
What are you singing? At first I thought you were singing My Girl.
No, it's
Ain't too proud to beg. But then I heard like a country twang and I said, what is that?
No, that's TLC, man.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh my God. I can't remember the actual song, but I'll look it up for you.
Okay. Love is not rude. It is not rude. So what do we mean by this, Jason? What do you think?
Don't be an a-hole.
Exactly. That is perfect.
It's okay. Yeah, sometimes your partner makes a mistake. Don't be an a-hole about it,
Mm-hmm. And you should also care about another person's likes and their dislikes. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't be rude. Like, if I'm wanting to try something and you just like shoot it down without listening and not, laugh at me or something like that. That's rude.
Yeah, I do that sometimes.
You haven't done it in a long time.
But I'm playing when I do.
Yeah, you're playing.
Right.
But you seriously did it one time when we was first dating. And then later on, you found out how whack you were because
I went to the botanical gardens.
Yes,
I be remembering those things. Don't
I? I was like, we should go to the botanical gardens, and Jason was like, nobody wants to do that. And then I was gone, right? And then you heard a dude saying that he took his girl to the botanical gardens, and they had such an awesome time. Exactly. So Jason was rude. He was not being very loving, but like I said,
then we finally went, and it was alright. It wasn't just the bomb.
Well,
But it was.
but
it was
you learn
worth
not
it.
to be rude to me because I had a good idea. It was worth it, like you said.
Right.
So, like I said, it's okay. We can't all be perfect love all the time, right?
Mhm.
So I forgive you.
I appreciate it. Man.
You know, you should also be respectful of your partner's concerns.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and then you would never, you know, like disgrace a person, right? Like embarrass them.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I learned a long time ago that men do not like to be publicly, like, especially in front of their homeboys. They do not like for a woman to fuss at them
Right.
in front of their homeboys. Such a big thing.
We don't like fussing. Period.
Well, yes, but if you do it in front of people, it's like, oh my
I
God.
might turn Super Saiyan.
Yes, you guys, like, I mean, and it's the same thing because I did date a guy that was mad at me because I danced with someone else in the club. And
Y'all was dating?
we were dating.
Y'all boyfriend and girlfriend or just dating?
We were boyfriend and girlfriend.
What kind of dancing you was doing?
I was doing PG, not even PG-13, PG dancing, okay?
Okay, PG dancing. Okay.
Yeah, but he wasn't there to see it. First, huh?
Well, he had his boys came back.
Okay, so this is what happened.
Yeah, tell me.
So I went to see him before I went out.
Okay.
My hair was like super laid,
Mm-hmm.
straight, and like just not a frizz, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then
You come back, your hair all over the place.
yeah, my hair was poofy, looked like I had been sweating, which I had because I was dancing,
Like
right?
You was dancing with the Q-Dogs from Pine Bluff.
So he was like, your hair is like you look like you really were dancing. I said, yeah, I was having a great time. And he says, you dance with any guys? And I was like, yeah. Did you dance with any guys? And I was like, yeah. But for the most part, I was dancing with my homegirl. Okay.
Right.
For the most part. So basically he picked us up and my friend was in the back seat. He picked her up too.
Okay.
So this is key to the story because he just proceeded to go off on me. And I think that it was more upsetting because you're just talking to me like this in front of my friend,
right,
who's in the back seat,
and you ain't really do nothing.
And I didn't do nothing. You don't trust me. So it was just very rude. And it was like, first of all, you shouldn't be talking to me like this. That's first thing.
Mm-hmm.
But now you are definitely stepping all the way out of line because there is a person, my friend, in the back seat who is listening to you talk to me like this.
Right.
Not cool.
So
very rude.
Did you physically attack him?
No, but I told him that he was going to stop talking. He was going to stop talking to me like that.
Mm. Did he?
He did.
Oh, okay. So what happened when y'all got home? So Ike and Tina?
Oh, I didn't go home with them. So.
Well, he just dropped you off with y'all was in college.
No, I can't remember.
Am I asking too much of this story? I'm asking a lot of details. I want to know. You don't tell a story, tell it.
No, I didn't. I think my friend was staying with me. She was spending the night. I had my own apartment, and she was staying with me.
Where your car at?
I don't know. I can't remember.
You just drinking or something?
I don't know.
Why did he pick you up? You know what I'm saying?
Why did he pick me up?
Maybe you want to make sure you go home with nobody else.
Maybe.
He jealous?
No, something happened because it was like weird because I left. He went out too.
Mm-hmm.
So he wanted me to come by. Maybe he was just I think he was controlling, right? That's why we didn't stay together. Maybe he wanted to see what I had on or something. But he was just like, you and your friend come stop by and say hi before we go out. Like, so him and his friends was planning on going out, was getting ready to go out, and me and my friend was going out. Mm-hmm. And so I went to his house. So I was in a car. I was in my own car because I went to his house and
then y'all went to the club.
Yeah, he went his separate way. I don't think he dropped us off. He went his separate way. Me and my friend went to a totally separate club. And then we left a club and we walked to where he was, to the club that he was coming out of.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how we connected. So I don't know what was happening with the car. I can't remember. That was too long ago.
Okay.
So anyways, definitely didn't go home with him for sure.
Right.
I went back to my place with my friend, and I can't remember what happened after that, but we had a conversation about it, and I told him, like, you being totally disrespectful right now. You talking to me like this in front of my friend too. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So looking back on it, I mean, I am married now, so like I definitely feel uncomfortable dancing with guys because I'm married. So maybe he had a point, but he was rude.
Still, the way you can bring that point up.
Yeah,
it's a way to handle things.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, first of all, you're not gonna tell me what I'm not gonna do. So that's like the wrong way to just approach things with me.
Right.
So yeah. Jason tried to tell me what I wasn't gonna do one time, and that's all it took.
What was I can't remember.
We are digressing, but do you really want to go into the story?
It's a dress or something?
Yes, we were about to go out, and I had on.
I remember that stuff, boy. It'll be back there somewhere.
It was a dress. I have long legs, and I guess the dress was a little bit too short for Jason's taste, and he told me, "You not wearing that dress?" I said, "Excuse me."
She ain't wear that dress.
He said, either you not wearing that dress or we not going. I said, well, I guess we ain't going then. I guess we not going. And because you are not going to tell me what I am going to put on. And then he, finessed his way back in there. He was like, basically, babe.
I'm trying to let you know what it is.
Basically, you got a nice size butt, basically. And I just don't want to fight today. Like, I just don't want to fight tonight. Like, I feel like somebody's gonna, if somebody try to touch you, and then I'm gonna have to protect you, and I just don't want to fight tonight. And I said, you know what? Okay. I got it. I don't have to wear this dress, right? But you ain't gonna tell me what I'm not gonna wear. So we about to put on this dress today. But after you explained it like that, I can understand. It's not like I'm married to the dress. I don't care, you know. But
you got to come correct.
That's right. So you said what you said, and it worked out fine. I
had to put my salesman hat on for a second. My Ike hat wasn't working.
Yeah. No, it wasn't working at all. But you have never done that again. Ever.
Good job.
Good job, Jason. Okay, so the last one that we'll go over today is it is not self-seeking. This is so important. Because
selfish.
Yes, because so many times people think of love as, they only think about what they're getting out of love. And actually love is not, it doesn't have anything to do with what you get.
Right.
It has everything to do with what you're giving a person. Now, of course, we don't want to, we don't want to go overboard, right? Like you definitely need to be protecting yourself. But for me, it was important because I try my best to love this way. It was definitely important for me to understand that you just simply cannot give your love to everybody, especially if you're trying to love like this.
Right.
You can't give this love to, somebody who don't know what to do with it and just going to squander it. Right. So I think, sometimes people are often afraid to love this way because they are afraid of getting hurt. But I just think that you just need to be prayerful and be patient. And you need to pick the right one or pick the kitties up, right?
Right. There you go. You got that one right.
Yes. So just it's okay. It's okay to love like this. But yeah, being love is not self-seeking. It's about what can I give? What can I give to a person?
Right.
Oh
yeah, for sure.
You got anything to say about that?
No, man, it's just self-explanatory. You know what I'm saying?
But this is a hard lesson for people to learn, though.
What?
That love is not self-seeking.
I mean, Well, when you're in a relationship, it's better to assist and serve that person,
Mm-hmm.
because the more you assist and serve your partner, the more they will assist and serve you. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
it's like you are bending over backwards trying to help them, and they're bending over backwards trying to help you, and both of you make a stable platform together.
Yep.
So self-seeking. If you are self-seeking, try to look at it like this, if you can. The more you help, again, the more you together get stronger and go up.
Mhm.
So I guess at the end of the day, you are still benefiting because you're a part of this group. You're a part of this partnership that is excelling.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want more things, one of the key principles, I call it, the spiritual principles, you give more. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If you want respect, you give respect. If you want money, you give money. You know what I'm saying? So if you want more things in life, just give it.
Right.
Yeah. So don't self-seek. You're gonna hurt yourself.
Right. Right.
Give to others.
Yes. That's love is giving.
Love
you know
is
what I
giving.
mean? So yeah, so that's the characteristics that we're gonna talk about today. And
Part
we'll
one.
save part one. We'll save the rest for
Part one.
the next episode.
Part two coming up. Part two coming up. So I just want to give a shout out to our, most popular states that's been supporting us. I really appreciate y'all.
Yes, we do.
Shout out to VA, Virginia. That was our home at one point. Shout out Ohio, New York. We're gonna see y'all in New York in a minute. Shout out to y'all, Washington State. We got a couple of people up there holding it down. More than a couple, obviously. Shout out to Georgia. I know we have some. Oh, Georgia. Georgia is where we brought in that New Year in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
So we have Georgia always have a special place in our hearts.
That's right.
We almost moved there because of the film industry. Who
Mm-hmm.
knows? We may be moving back sometime. So you just never know.
Maybe.
So shout out to Florida as well. Sis is down there in Florida, Cecily.
That's right.
And shout out to Tennessee. That's my home. Not really my home, but I've been there for a little while when I got the military, graduated from the University of Memphis. So shout out to Tennessee. Shout out to Texas. That's where I was born. Shout out to Dallas, Houston, San Antonio, all those down there. And gotta definitely shout out to Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Born and bred is what they say.
It's Arkansas, if anybody's wondering. People be asking me all the time. They said, why isn't it Arkansas? Got Kansas and then it's Arkansas, right? No, it's Arkansas.
Brinkley, Little Rock, Pine Bluff, Jonesboro, all that. And last but not least, the first really is California.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Los Angeles,
California love,
San Diego, Sacramento, San Francisco. So shout out to everybody. Shout out to all our loveologists out there.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for spreading the love. Thank you for sharing it. Please continue to share.
Thank you to our international listeners. I'm sorry to interrupt.
No, for sure.
Britain.
We
was on the British charts.
Yeah, we were on the British charts.
Mm-hmm.
Man, shout out to Great Britain, England, and all that. Yeah, hey, you never been over there, have you?
Okay.
I have. Yeah.
I've been to Spain, so I've been to Europe.
Okay, I ain't say Europe. I ain't say Spain. I said England. Yeah, I was over there on the seen Big Ben. You know what I'm saying? The London Bridge. They talk about. I was there. So shout out to y'all. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we appreciate you guys for sharing the love. The more you share, the more you care. You know what I'm saying? I always come up with something. Mm-hmm. Anything else you got, love? Rate and review.
Yes, that's what I always say, don't I? Please rate and review. Reviews matter. We really appreciate the people who have rated and reviewed us. It really does touch our heart. We love to hear what y'all thinking. You know what I mean?
And if you're into a little situation, you need some guidance or anything, you might have a question about a particular topic that you might be going through, or someone else is going through. You can always ask for a friend. We might be able to shed some light on your situation.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right, y'all. I appreciate it. We got another episode in the books. Catch y'all on Wednesday. We're going to talk about it. the live discussion, Facebook, 6 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. So we're going to let y'all have it. Love y'all. And remember, when there's love, there's peace. And when there's peace, there's progression. Shout out to my people. Holla back.
You've been listening to the Loveology Podcast. Did you have fun with us today? Tell a friend about our show. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter to keep the conversation going. Be sure to subscribe so you'll never miss an episode. Visit us at loveologypodcast.com. Thanks for listening. Until next time, Loveologists.